Welcome back, everybody, and we have another video of basically how to make gold pretty quickly. And this strategy is really good. So there's 3 steps that I'm going to be going over. The first step I'm going to go into full detail. The other 2 steps are going to be used for another video for future content. So I have to go a lot more in depth with the other 2 just because there's a lot to go over. So fortunately, I don't have enough time to make the other 2 to put into this video. So I like to keep things in bits and pieces of bites to eat, so it's a little bit simpler to digest, right? So because there's quite a bit to go over, right? So the first step that I like to do is basically buy low, sell high, put bid orders, and this video is kind of like more of a recap to show out what I end up doing. Like my last previous video was buying a few these items and buying it low and selling high. I get to show proof that it actually worked really well on my server. You guys can do exactly the same thing. And basically, you want to buy anything that's low supply, high demand, because people, if it's a low supply, guess what? People can't put sell orders for that as easily. So, because if it's something that's a little bit more rare to get and harder to find, guess what? People won't be able to put sell orders onto there that easily, and then therefore you can control the markets very easily and make a lot of gold that way. And the second one I'm going to go over is to why I'm moving. And right now, like, I'm moving to 2 new locations, and these locations are going to be the best place for farming gold in my opinion. Keep that in mind. Technically there's a third spot that I probably will move to. I hate moving, but it costs quite a bit just to move, but it's going to be worthwhile for the future investment because you're going to make a lot more money a lot faster. And yeah, it's just going to be overall beneficial, and the resources are all very gem-packed, and it's a very good area just to be farming a lot of gold. And there's also a lot of trophies I can get, and it helps out so much. Trophies, schematics, recipes, all that good stuff. So I'm moving to 3 new locations, so you guys get to see that in the next future upcoming video. So make sure that you hit the bell notification because this is going to be like one of the best things to do, in my opinion. And you guys don't have to do it, but like I just will tell you guys exactly what's going to be happening, and I'll show proof of, like, there's a proof right here. Those items on the bottom are kind of proof of why it's going to be a good spot. And yeah, it only took me an hour to get those 2, so yeah, really good thing to do. And then the third one is basically the devs were talking about dungeon mutations, and what that really means is that if you want to do the most amount of DPS as quickly as possible, literally this one gem can definitely change your DPS like 100%, like flip it around almost. So you could do anywhere, like, well, not 100%, but like you could do anywhere from an extra 10 to 30% more damage, and that's per hit. That is per hit, and it will help you guys out a lot. So let's go over the first one. So the second step and the third step are going to be the steps are going to be very brief, but the first step I'll go a little bit more into detail. So the first step is that I put out bid orders, and the nice thing about this is that when I did my buy orders, not bid orders, buy orders, I was doing it for like about anywhere from 20 to about 40, and I got those all bought out. Majority of them were kind of like mostly bought out. Some of them didn't feel the 20 cents really didn't feel too much, but the 30 and the 40 did pretty good. And then some of the stuff was just like already at 35. I was just buying those out, so like those worked really well. And now it's selling for anywhere from like 85 to like already like about $1, I would just say. And yeah, I got a lot of it filled out last night, and yeah, majority of it, like half of it already sold for 125. So what ended up happening is that if I'm buying it for like anywhere from 20 to 40 cents and selling for 125, well, guess what? I made all my money back, and then now I have excess crafting materials, which I'll be taking this off the market and using those crafting materials to finish off my furnishing, and maybe to get some aptitude. So because the schematics that drop off of there and the patterns are really good. So yeah, they're going to be really nice to have. So yeah, I'll probably be using it for leveling up my aptitude, right? So really nice. And yeah, I got a lot of that. So I got 6k worth, another 4k, well technically 2k, and then another 1.5k. So really nice. So good profit right there, and it works very well. One thing that I like a little bit better about this is that I'll show you guys kind of like a better example. This one has a very this will be more ideal for me. So this has a very low supply. Nobody has that many mats except for this. This is mine, so I have like about 1,000 in there, so selling for 183. So what I would do is I'll buy all this out except for this guy, because that's fine. There's not that much availability, and then you sell it for like probably 175, and then that way you make anywhere from 10 cents to about 70 cents, so making some good gold. But technically I bought this already ahead of time. I did a bid order, and I have where is it, right here. I bought about 2k worth, and I bought about another k worth, 1k, and I bought that for about 40 cents, and now I could flip that around easily for a really good profit, double the money, or basically 4 times the amount. So yeah, really good return on investments on that. So yeah, this route really works really well. I'm just basically recapping what I did and just showing kind of proof that it works pretty well. And yeah, when you go on your server, make sure that you do your research before you buy anything, because you want to find out what I did my research. The lowest that went up to was like about 30 cents, and that's really pushing it before some big buyer would buy in and bring up the price, and it brought it all the way up to like almost $1, right? So I made sure I bought majority of my stuff, put those bid orders, those got filled, and now you reap the rewards. You put those on the trading post and you make that profit. So works really well for making gold. But I found another way of making gold really easily. So this is the second step. So I'm deciding to move because I have been farming in technically 3 different areas, and I found these are going to be my favorite places to go to. People will be like, oh no, I like Everfall, you know, that, and Brightwood's really good, or the First Light or Monarch Bluff are really good for farming. No, that's not going to be really the case too much. I still find that schematics and recipes are still a really good way of making money, especially trophies. If you can get trophies, trophies are the best. So, example, I was farming one of these locations yesterday, and it only took me an hour to find something really valuable, and yeah, I made a lot. So it's a lot of gold. So I'll show you in a sec. So if I can find it right here, lumberjack trophy. I love trophies a lot. 12k. So it's like, just imagine that. Like if I even sell this for 10k, that's 10k for an hour's worth of farming, right? So really good. I can't believe I actually got that quickly. But mind you, my gear is very stacked for luck, you know. So it's like it's but sort of stacked. It's not the greatest. Like I actually haven't been upgrading my gear because technically I was spear and bow, but like I'm kind of caught up on like intellect or dexterity. You know, I'm trying to find out which one does better DPS, and they're both really good. So yeah, I've been really upgrading my gear, because if you want to basically buy any jewelry, it's hella expensive, you know, if you want luck. So make sure that when you buy something, you kind of want to have something that is a pretty good item for a while. I could try to find luck on here. It's usually around here, right there, luck. Flip it around, poof, boom. This will be another video guide, you know. Crafting, boom, you know, that is a really good ring, you know. Or even this one, boom, very good ring for my guy. It is one of the best. I hate the gem though. I actually don't really hate the gem because there's a lot of physical guys. So but like I would like to, if this had no gem in it, this would be like easily worth 20k, easily worth 20k. So but unfortunately there was a gem in there, so it's nice. But something like that is a very good way of making gold. So yeah, just keep that in mind when you have gear. Like even bags really do help out. Like bags are really good. These bags are really junk, you know. I actually should buy some new bags, but I've just been crafting all the time. So but yeah, that'll help sell in making some gold. So there's that step. So moving to a different location and start farming is going to be very helpful. And sometimes when you have a house somewhere, the reason why I like having a house in a location where you farm, so say if I was here farming this area, and I wanted to, once I get full, I have to teleport or get rid of the resources. if my house was in Everfall, you know, I would have to teleport all the way here, and then sell the stuff, and then go all the way here, and then go over here, right? And you're spending a lot of Azoth just doing that, right? So if I was here, I could just teleport here, get the Azoth, sell all the stuff, and then teleport here if I really wanted to, and then just go here. And you spend a lot less Azoth, and things are a lot quicker and easier. So makes it for very easy fast traveling and stuff like that. So because if you didn't have teleportation, guess what? Say if you're up here, you have to walk all the way to the nearest teleporter to teleport here and to sell your stuff and then to teleport back, and it costs a lot of gold just to do that. So Azoth, I mean. So just keep that in mind. The efficiency is really, really good to have. So if you could teleport to your host, really good way of doing that. So step number 2, basically sometimes move to a different location. And the last step, step number 3, is stone cutting. So the devs were talking about mutation, and I find that gems are going to be maybe more valuable, most likely because these gems are going to go up in value, most likely because they're going to be used for mutations, 100% positive. So if you guys want to do a lot more DPS, there's certain gems that I would say that you want to leave alone, and they won't help you do DPS. So example, 12%, that is not a gem that you would want to use for PvE. That would be one of the worst gems you could use for PvE. Your DPS will definitely tank, without a doubt, because yeah, it will be really weak DPS. So there's certain gems. You can see I gemmed one of my weapons with the correct gem, and when you're DPSing, you want to do as much damage as possible. So when you gem your stuff with a certain type of gem, it can improve your DPS per hit from anywhere from 10 to 30% more damage. So what this means is that you're going to have to start building sets. And I'll tell you about the sets and what I recommend you guys to probably start doing just to have gear on hand. So say if you're doing dungeon runs, it's going to help you guys out do a lot of DPS. So that's for another video. Same with basically why to move. I'll go in more depth with that because this is really going to help you out in doing DPS and also farming as well. And also, yeah, just doing dungeon runs is going to just be a lot more of a breeze, and it'll help you guys out. So that is currently it. That's all the time I have for this video. I'll definitely see you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, and also hit the bell notifications for those upcoming videos because they're going to be so good for future content for sure. And yeah, till then, I'll see you guys in the next video, and take care.